Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Steve, and welcome to the Haze and Blue, where we smoke and talk Michigan football. So let's get into it. So, as we all fucking know, shit has got crazy for the University of Michigan football program for the last couple of days. It started off with Sharon Moore was fired, and we thought, okay, we all saw that kind of coming. We didn't expect it this year, but maybe a coach came available. They jumped the gun, got it done, or whatever. But then, as the story started to really unfold and the crazy shit that has came out, really got me feeling some type of way about this dude right now. Sharon Moore, man, had a chance to be a Michigan legend, not probably as a coach, but he was the offensive coordinator that led Michigan to an undefeated season. Got a couple players drafted. McCarty went top 10. Roman Wilson was a second rounder, I believe. And so really had a top 15 offense at Michigan and was kind of given the job from Jim Harbaugh. And that's when things started to go um, sideways a little bit because we all like dude personality. We just didn't feel that he was in a spot to be Michigan's next head coach. You know, it kind of made sense as the offensive coordinator, but his experience at a big time program like Michigan just didn't make sense at the time. But it is what it is. After a 8-5 season, and for some reason 8-5 seem better than 9-3 right now. But they ended the season last year beating Ohio State and Alabama, and it seemed like with a freshman phenom quarterback in Bryce Underwood coming in, that Sharon Moore was in position to turn Michigan program around once again and to compete for a national championship. But instead, this nigga, and I gotta say it again, this nigga did the most craziest shit I can imagine. Like some real tender dick ass shit, man. I'm disappointed in my guy, for real, like, bro, you getting fired. Okay, cool. Inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Okay, a little dicey, but we can kind of get over these rumors. We can kind of get over it. That's Michigan football. We can kind of move past that. But for you to be out here on some cornball shit, bro, stalking, going to the bitch house, you went past the whole fucking limit, bro. As a coach, you out here telling and trying to teach these kids not to react to bullshit, to be disciplined, and all this, and you go out and do some high school lover bullshit, bro. For real, like you really fucked up the Michigan football name right now, bro. And motherfuckers can come with the whole black white shit. I don't give a fuck. He's Michigan coach. I don't care black, white, none of that shit matter, man. I don't give a fuck what he was. He was Michigan coach and he did some slime ball ass shit. This is the like even with the Rick Pitino shit with what the fuck his name was in Arkansas. Even with the whole neck brace picture and shit, he still ain't go to jail. And I ain't go, post a picture of him in jail and all that mug shot. I ain't gonna do you like that, bro. But that's some slime ball shit you did, bro. Corny, bro. You made a decision that's finna cost the whole program, bro. Cause you was an old tender dick ass nigga, man. For real. Like, that shit was lame, bro. Hopefully, you still gonna get your chance to speak. Your side of the story hasn't come out yet, but you going to her motherfucking house was a big no-no. You know, the fucker, you could have still got another job, man. Coaches fuck bitches all the time. Everybody know y'all got these little pretty ass white girls around y'all office who love sucking dick, and they go, man, fuck all that shit. But to go to her house talking about you gonna kill yourself, and trust me, I've been in situations like this. I'm married to a white woman, so I know. But for you to be on this type of shit, bro, put yourself in that position was lame as fuck, man. So hopefully when your side of the story come out, it shines a little bit light on you, but ain't no coming back from this, bro. You was giving the ultimate chance to be a fucking legend at a very high, not just sports. Michigan is a very prestigious academic college, and you had a chance as the coach, offensive coordinator turned head coach, to submit your legacy, and your legacy gonna be known as this, bro. We gotta win a national championship within the next 2 years for real now, or we're gonna be the next Nebraska, bro. I don't think it's no coming back. This nigga in a mug shot, he handcuffed, looking like a little bitch. Oh my god. So enough about this nigga, man. Fuck, man. So what's next for Michigan football? We got to move fast right now. We got Bryce Underwood, who had a great freshman year. Wasn't Trevor Lawrence freshman year, but as a true freshman who just turned 18 before the season start, had a great season. He didn't win the game. He didn't get to the playoffs, but I'll take 9-3 over fucking 7-5 any day. So we have some pieces, but I think, Bill Poggi's relationship with the team probably can keep it together into the bowl game. Then the portal opened up January the 2nd. We have to have a coach in place ASAP. Because you can only imagine, you already see the Honey Badger with his tweet to Bryce Underwood saying, come home. You know Lane Kiffin making them calls. And it's tempting. You got LSU, he already wanted to go there. You have Lane Kiffin, the hottest name in football right now. And you have Michigan as a dumpster fire right now. So we got to hit a home run. And I know, it's now is a internal investigation to the football program. Fuck all that shit. Football is king. And if you winning in football, motherfuckers will forget about this shit. But you have to win. So next we have to hire a coach who can turn this shit around quick. And there's a couple names out there. DeBoer been one of the coaches at Alabama. I'm not a big fan of. I don't want him at Michigan. I don't think he's going to relate to the players in a situation like this. We don't need that type of energy. John Gruden, I think Michigan can't handle any scandals right now. And John Gruden, hell of a coach, but he still got that situation that got him out of Oakland or Vegas, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So there's a couple coaches going to be out there. But to me, it's only two in a possible that really makes sense for Michigan football. And that coach right now is Kenny Dillingham. Arizona State coach, came on through the lights of Marv Dale, the coach at Florida State. He was a big time. He's a big time name right now that Michigan need to get. He's a young guy, offensive genius. Really, really turned Arizona State around. They was picked dead last to finish in the playoffs. I mean, the Big 12 a couple years ago. Took them to the playoffs. And right now, with a young guy who can relate, he's a big-time recruiter. He's going to recruit. And I think right now Michigan's in a state of emergency where it's no budget. You have to spend. I know he had the interview where he said he wanted to stay at Arizona State. Money talk. You want to be next to your sister? We're gonna move you and your sister and your mom to Ann Arbor and give you whatever the fuck you want. This some LSU type buyouts right now. We gotta hit for a home run. $100 million if it take it. Fuck it. We gotta make a move right now, because if we don't, the more we lose and the more shit happen, the more this Sharon Moore shit is gonna linger over Michigan's program. So I think Kenny Dillingham is definitely the type of personality that Michigan can use, a young, energetic guy. I feel he will probably relate to. Keep in mind, Michigan was the youngest team in the Big Ten. The youngest team finished 9-3, 7-2. 7-2, and probably one of the toughest conferences in college football. A real young team. You get somebody like DeBoer, he probably not going to relate to these young guys. You get somebody like a Kenny Dillingham, I guarantee you his type of energy, then his type, I can't imagine the type of energy this dude will have leading up to the game. So Kenny Dillingham is a name I feel Michigan should try to go all in on. That's the home run name. That's the home run name. But if we don't get Kenny Dillingham, which would be a fucking shocker, which I think, like I said, we can't accept no right now. Unless Arizona State is willing to give him $100 million, we can't accept no right now. So, but if we can't get Kenny Dillingham, the second coach I will go after right now will probably be Joe Brady, for the simple fact, once again, he's a young dude, kind of made a name for himself with the LSU national championship team. Let me turn this shit up. Then he went to the NFL. He was the Bills offensive coordinator. Before that, he was the Bills quarterback coach, and he has received a lot of credit for Josh Allen MVP season. So Kenny Dillingham, if you can't get Kenny Dillingham, you got to get Joe Brady. Like I said, he got the quarterback connections that can probably interest Bryce Underwood. But we cannot go into that Texas game without one of these guys as the head coach. We got to get somebody that Bryce Underwood's going to be comfortable with. And like I said, these two guys, offensive-minded coaches, two young coaches, two great recruiters. So it makes sense. Give me 1 second, man. Shit. God damn you, Sharon Moore. But so Joe Brady, like I said, he's the Bills offensive coordinator right now. But if you got a chance to get Kenny Dillingham at all costs, you go after this guy. Right now, it only makes sense. And I think Kenny's going to keep some business guys around him. And one thing we have all learned, if you don't leave when your name is hot, you're probably going to regret it. I don't think Kenny Dillingham's name is going to be hot as it was coming off this season. You know, when you're not at a big, powerful brand like an Alabama or a Florida State, where you're gonna have resources to where every year they're gonna spend money for you to be good. Arizona State is not gonna be that good every year. So if Kenny Dillingham got any kind of business sense, he takes this job at Michigan. You have a freshman quarterback who's going to be battle tested like a motherfucker come next season. You have some running backs. We saw what you did with Scotterboard. Now you got Jordan Marshall, similar type runner to Scotterboard, physical. Justice Hayes, you have the number one running back committed to Michigan right now. Kenny Dillingham. If you got anybody with some motherfucking financial sense around you, they tell you to take this job. Unless Arizona State bring in 120, Michigan, you got to spend $100 million right now. You got to spend $100. You didn't really spend shit for Sherrod Moore. You cut Jim Harbaugh's salary. So you got some coaching and paying money saved up. If y'all don't do what the fuck y'all gotta do. So if you go fire Ward Manuel, who's the motherfucking AD at Arizona State? Because you gotta get this guy right here. This is your guy. It makes fucking sense. Alabama, DeBoer's gonna stay at Alabama. Well, you can go Fence from Washington, but is Fence going to be able to relate to these young players? We don't need somebody who's going into a small time program trying to get them started. We need somebody who's coming into a big time program with a lot of fucking resources and is willing to spend any kind of money to get out of this fucking Sherrod Moore bullshit. So to me, it only makes sense. This is the guy. You know, it sucks that we at this motherfucking spot right now because I was really excited for the season next year. Me personally, I felt we had a team. I felt next year, and everybody gonna say, "Well, motherfucker, you feel like y'all can win it every year." I just feel with the portal potential and the weapons we already have, we're close. We close. So hopefully Michigan does the right fucking thing, man. And you make that motherfucking Kenny an offer he cannot refuse. You don't accept no. You get this shit done and you get it done ASAP. The hiring of this guy would take a lot of pressure. If not, I love Bill Poggi, but Bill Poggi is not going to take any pressure off this Sherrod Moore situation. If it costs for cleaning house, clean house. But whoever's going to make the decision to hire a coach, you do it and you do it now. Now, like I say, Kenny Dillingham, Joe Brady, to me, these two guys is two guys I love to see as the Michigan next football coach. But for shits and giggles, why not? John Harbaugh is Michigan next football coach. Why the fuck not? This guy, we all know, Jim Harbaugh's brother, dad was an assistant at Michigan for a long time. He graduated from Ann Arbor, I believe. And unlike Jim, he's not as more controversy and talkative. He's more the clean guy who's a great football coach as well. Fuck it. I don't see John Harbaugh being the coach of the Baltimore Ravens past this year, especially if they don't make the playoffs. So why not just, hey, make that phone call? And somehow the Baltimore Ravens and John Harbaugh agreed to part ways. But like I said, that's just for shits and giggles, though, man. But really, it only makes sense that we got to go after Kenny, man, because with the NIL, it's weird because it just don't seem. I don't know, man. It feel. I was almost thinking like, damn, it felt better being a Michigan fan when we was losing, man. Shit. Like, it was just football, man. Now we got niggas pulling up the bitches' houses, DM, and like, bro, that's why we lost to Ohio, bro. For real, bro. You out here trying to give bitches tickets to the Ohio game, bro. But this nigga right here, though, man. I ain't gonna talk about it no more. This will probably be the last time I ever talk about Sharon motherfucking Moore. No, when he give his side of the story, I'm gonna comment. But until this nigga speak, bro, fuck it, man. Kenny Dillingham or nothing. If it ain't Kenny, it ain't nothing. Go motherfucking blue.